What is up, everybody? Welcome to Eagles Halftime Live. The Eagles are now 10-3, talking reaction, takeaways. Joining me, he is Shane Happ. Go give him a shout out on X at Shane Happ NFL. What's good, Shane?
What's up, Dibes?
Not much, man. There's some good, some bad. I think we can both agree that we're just ready for the regular season. First reaction, why don't you lead us off?
There are two guys making the switch to safety right now this offseason. One of them should be a roster lock and be the third safety for this team, and the other one should be cut. And I don't think it takes a lot of reading between the lines to guess which is which. Avonte Maddox looks really solid at safety again. He gets the interception in the end zone. On that play, I think they had him on a stick nod route. The tight end had inside leverage on him, but Brissett was late, and it turned into a scramble drill, and he comes up with the pick. James Bradberry, not so much. I mean, he just can't do it. Safety's got to be able to tackle, and that's what I said about that transition since day one. But he whiffed on the tackle down at the bottom of the screen on that screen pass. On the read option, I would assume he's responsible for Drake May there because the defensive end crashed. Your safety should be the contained guy, and just totally didn't even think about it as an option. And Drake May he's a good scrambler, so you should know that. So rough half for James Bradberry. I thought another strong showing for Avonte Maddox.
Yeah, we're going to get into both sides, offense and defense. Guys, if you're watching us live, please be sure to help us grow this channel. Please be sure to comment your thoughts on Eagles versus Patriots. We have John chiming in saying Howie Roseman must hate Eagles fans making us watch James Bradberry again. Kenny Pickett does not seem good. Booty cheeks, offensive line, not as dominant as they were in week one. We're going to get into that. You also had a Tyler Steen scare, a guy that you don't want to get hurt with. The depth at tackle for the Eagles, kind of a big question mark this season. Hopefully it's just precautionary. It was an ankle injury. Marshawn says it's the preseason. Bradberry's cleaning out his locker. All right. My quick take so far, Shane, the Patriots stink, but I thought the start of this Eagles defense tonight was pretty solid. It was a defense that was trying to stop the other offense, unlike that 2023 defense that we just saw give up big play after big play and just straight up react. I thought Zach Bond looked significantly more comfortable at linebacker than he did against the Ravens. He really struggled last week. Bryce Huff looked really good against the run. And Shane, my biggest concern is the run defense for the Eagles. Jalex Hunt had a nice tackle and run support, almost had a near sack. Dude, Moro Ajomo was out there making plays. There's some good. The bad, Kenny Pickett, man. Kenny Pickett's a guy that has no feel for anything. He's a guy that doesn't trust his eyes. He looks scared to throw every single time. It's either a check down or he holds on to the ball for way too long and takes a sack. Still not a fan of Kenny Pickett, but I will talk on offense. There was one play, Shane, that I really liked. It was a 3rd and 3. Loved the play by Kellen Moore. It was orbit motion, a fake inside zone with Will Shipley. Then a quick pass to E.J. Jenkins on the flat for a first down, man. I want to see more of that in the second half. Give me Tanner freaking McKee, man. It's an embarrassment that Kenny Pickett's still out there. That's my take. That's my general takes. But any reaction to that before I get back to some comments?
Yeah, I mean, I would say, first of all, I have some good news for you. According to sources, James Bradberry just figured out who had the ball on that Patriots touchdown. So we've got that going for us.
Yes.
The Kenny Pickett thing, this is not a defense of Kenny Pickett. Kenny Pickett, I don't think, is a very good football player. That said, there's only so much you're going to learn about anybody when you've got Keon White, who was a high second-round pick last year for the Patriots, rushing against the 6th-string offensive tackle for the Eagles. I don't know why they're not playing Fred Johnson. I don't think I would think that your 3rd-string offensive tackle is not more valuable than getting some reps for your backups and trying to figure out some things on position battles. I don't know why they chose to do that, but as long as the Patriots keep Keon White out there, the offense will be utterly unwatchable. I don't care who the quarterback is because the Eagles can't block him. So now, I mean, Pickett overthrew John Ross. Like, he looks terrible throwing the ball downfield. He had that horrible wheel route that he overthrew, which was a good thing because he was going to get Kenny Gainwell sandwiched if he didn't. But if you got into a situation where you had to play him for a regular season game, you're going to be out there with other guys. I will say I was really hard on John Ross last week. I thought he looked decent. He had a good kick return. He got open on that vertical route against Christian Gonzalez, and I think Christian Gonzalez is a really good cornerback. He had that one slant route that he caught. So a little stronger showing for John Ross so far. So that's a little encouraging for me on offense, but that's really about it.
Yeah. John says Kenny Pickett can't throw the ball further than 10 yards. That's what we talked about last week. I'm not seeing anything different so far preseason week 2. Rob says backup offensive linemen have been horrible. Quentin agrees that 3rd and short was nice. Who else was worried about Ringo developing a holding passing interference habit? Ringo had more sticky coverage today so far. I thought it was interesting that the Patriots have completely gone away from Quinyon Mitchell so far in the first half. Like, I haven't even seen his name called. I don't know if they're scared or what, Shane, but let's get into, we already touched on Kenny Pickett. Let's get to running back. Kenny Gainwell, heavily focused in this one. I guess the play of the first half by the running backs was that quick pass to Kenny Pickett, looked shifty, made a couple guys miss, followed his, was patient.
To Will Shipley, you mean?
What did I say?
To Kenny Pickett.
Oh my God, Will Shipley. And he just followed his man, Dylan McMahon, and had a nice 17-yard gain. Any thoughts on Will Shipley?
Yeah, I mean, that was a good run. Really haven't seen much other than that. I really don't have much in the way of takeaways on the offense. It's hard to get takeaways from the offense when your team is choosing to play 3rd and 4th string guys and the Patriots are choosing to play starters. So it's kind of hard to get a good bead on what. It's just kind of a slot fest. There's not much you can do.
Yeah. And then when you get the receivers, not much. I mean, even though Kenny Pickett missed John Ross on that sideline, I didn't like his effort again. I thought the ball was there. At least make an effort. Outside of that, let's just go straight to defense. Avonte Maddox, play of the game. The interception in the end zone, made a nice read. Closed in on the ball. I think it was towards Austin Hooper, and had a nice play there for an Eagles defense that's looking to get back to the positive, being in the positive when it comes to turnover differential. That's back-to-back weeks, Shane, of making big plays.
Yeah, I think there's been good things really all around the defense, I thought. Maddox had a good one. I've seen some negative comments about Nakobe Dean. I thought Dean played pretty well. Like, he flew into the backfield on some plays and just wasn't able to bring down some runners. Same thing with Jeremiah Trotter Jr. Jeremiah Trotter Jr. had a couple of good plays in the run game where he flew into the backfield and at least caused disruption. He also had a really bad one that I tweeted out where Drake May threw that dig route to his zone that he vacated really for no reason to chase a guy across the field. But overall, I like what I've seen from the linebackers. Zach Bond looked a little better than last week. I still would like to see Trotter or Nakobe Dean win that job. I don't understand why Isaiah Rodgers has seemingly going to be the CB2.
Yeah.
Because I don't see why you would play him over Keely Ringo, to be honest. I thought Ringo's been really good again. We saw a little more of Bryce Huff. I thought he looked good against the run, which is something that's concerning, and he had really good awareness to go make a play on a screen. So I liked what I saw from Huff. Overall, I feel good about what I saw defensively.
Absolutely. Let's get to our halftime adjustments, and we'll close it up. Surprise, surprise. My second half adjustments, put Tanner McKee in, man. The Kenny Pickett thing has to stop. Kenny Pickett with the twos. We didn't get it in week 2. But I'm excited to see, Kenny Pickett out there with CJ Uzomah. What about you, man? What's your second half adjustment?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how you say anything other than Tanner McKee. Like, please just show me something different. And bonus halftime adjustment, Patriots, if you're listening, take Keon White out of the game. He's too good to be playing against third and fourth stringers.
Miss Chris says, I'm excited. What I'm seeing, Nolan Smith is a huge concern. He looks lost. That play was straight Derek Barnett-esque, when he just headbutted the quarterback. Oh, you can't do that, Nolan Smith. You just can't. All right, let's close it up, Shane. We are on their way here in the third quarter. Plugs, final thoughts, time's yours.
Yeah, just hang out with us for the post-game show. We'll be going live shortly after the clock hits zeros. Head over to the Eagles Pin Pull account right after the game and leave us your 3-word reactions. We'll put up a tweet and come hang out with us on post-game.
Good news. Tanner McKee is it. So hopefully it'll be a lot more to talk about on offense during post-game. He is Shane. I am Dibes. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in about an hour. Stay awesome.